What's up, everyone? It's your girl D here with 8,000 Energy. I'm here to do a collective reading for the Divine Feminine. I just did one a little bit ago for the Divine Masculine, so if you didn't get a chance to check that out, I'll have that attached to the end of this video. This is going to be a general collective reading for the Divine Feminine, so please just take the reading as such. It's not going to resonate with everybody. Some of you are not in Divine Feminine connections. I have to let you know that. Or divine connections. Some of you are just with regular soulmates, okay? So, if you just, if you're just in a regular relationship and this is not your divine masculine or divine feminine, then this may not be for you. There is a difference between a soulmate, a divine masculine, divine feminine, and a twin flame. So this is a divine masculine, divine feminine, specifically, reading, okay? So let's see what we got here. I'm gonna do a Celtic cross for you guys. We're gonna pull out some cards and see what comes out. And we're gonna rock with that. Whatever comes out is what comes out. Okay, we got the Lover's energy that came out, Gemini energy. And we have the Nine of Pentacles. So somebody might be deciding on if they want to be single. Trying to decide if that's what they want to do. Maybe they feel like they'll be happier if they're single. Somebody could be currently in a relationship. I feel like in the past there was a lot of stress and aggravation with the Nine of Swords energy. Or maybe this was something that's on someone's mind, trying to decide if that's what they want to do. We have the King of Cups in reverse from the recent past here. We have the Two of Cups in reverse is the current energy. In your fears, we have the Six of Wands in reverse. How people see you is the Hierophant in reverse. Or how your person sees you. What's in your hopes. Divine Feminine's hopes. Thank you. We have the Four of Pentacles. And then the outcome here is the Death card in reverse. Major Arcana Scorpio energy. And what's in the future here? Immediate future. We have the Three of Cups. Okay. So, Divine Feminine. Let's see what the overall energy is going to be for your reading. We have the Ten of Swords. Okay, that's Gemini energy. The Eight of Swords reverse, more Gemini energy, and the Magician, Gemini energy. So this is heavy Gemini energy, meaning that right now Mercury, who is the ruler of Gemini, and all three of these cards are in our Mercury ruled cards. Mercury is in the house of Libra right now. Libra is the house of partnerships. No matter what the type of partnership is, okay? Libra is also the house of court proceedings, things like that. So, with that being said, I feel like with this Magician, well, let's see. So, someone felt betrayed. Someone came out of their self-imposed situation. And then we have the Magician. Is this a divorce? Because sometimes the Magician, to me, the Magician can represent a lawyer, okay? Because this is all about communication, documentation, so court, law. But let's see what's going on with this. But there's definitely betrayal. Someone, we got the Ten of Swords here. So I feel like you went from the Eight of Swords to the Ten of Swords. So you felt betrayed, but then you saw that, okay, part of it might have been something that you were seeing, but you were ignoring it or trying to pretend that it didn't exist, or, maybe you didn't get it or didn't understand it, but I feel like you do now. And then with the Magician here, energy here, this is the communication or the steps you're going to take, or you're processing what's going on. So we have the Lover's energy here, which is more Gemini energy. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles. So I feel like I said, somebody is debating on being single. There was a lot of stress in the past, a lot of anxiety in the past. So here's that Eight, so remember, we got the Eight of Swords reverse, the Ten of Swords. Now here's the Nine of Swords, okay? So in the past, we had the Nine of Swords. So you went from the Ten of Swords to the Eight of Swords in reverse. But before you got to that point with the Ten of Swords of being betrayed to the point where it's like, okay, this has got to end, and then the Eight of Swords reverse, you accepting the reality or your part you played in it. That's what happened in the past. We'll clarify that and find out why you were stressed out. But I feel like in the recent past, we have the King of Cups reverse. This, I feel like, intuitively is about you saying, you know what, I'm not putting any more effort or into this connection. I'm not. Because I feel like for some of you, you're feeling the betrayal was that your partner was with other people, dealing with other people. And it's to the point now where you're like, you know what, I just want to be single. That's what I'm feeling for the Divine Feminine. Some of you are in a long-term relationship. Some of you are married. But I feel like you just want out. Now the crowning energy is the Two of Cups reverse. So yeah, this is all about you just not having any interest in this anymore. Okay, is what I'm feeling here. A lot of fights, a lot of arguments, disagreements, and you're afraid that your person has been around with the Six of Pentacles reverse, and you're also afraid that your relationship failed, your marriage failed. Of how it looks, how you look at how others are looking at you, that is a part of what you're considering here, and you're afraid is what I'm feeling here. Now, how people do see you as someone who is in a non-traditional connection, as in, or your connection is ending. Maybe they see you in court because this, like I said, this could be the Magician here, and you realize that this person betrayed you in some way, shape, or form. Now, as far as your hopes, with the Four of Pentacles here, I feel like, you're hoping to protect yourself, protect your assets. You're hoping to move away to get, a distance from this person is what I'm feeling here. But I feel like right now you feel stuck with the Death card energy. Now, in the future here, we have the Three of Cups. So is this you celebrating after things are said and done? So maybe you're stuck because this could be, maybe you're in court. That could be the case. You could be in court right now waiting on a decision. But let's get some clarity. I'm going to use the Sibila deck, and I'm just going to do this intuitively with this deck, okay? So let's see. Maybe some of you are tired of waiting on someone to, give you a serious commitment. This Magician still could represent you maybe filing for child support. Though I don't see anything indicating children here. We'll see what the clarifiers talk about. So we're clarifying the Lover's energy here. And we have that clarified with melancholy. So it's like, yeah, you're looking at the situation here, and it's like, you know what, it's really sad. You're sad about this. I don't feel that it's just mad, it's just sorrow. It's like, woe is me, no matter what I do, no matter what I've done, this situation is just not working out. I have to make a choice because I'm not happy. Melancholy means you're not happy. And with the, let me turn it so you can see it. This is the Misfortune card. It came out in reverse. Now, to me, when this card comes out upright, it's like, yeah, there was some damage done. But when it's in reverse, it's irreversible damage. And so as a result, this is why it's clarifying the Nine of Pentacles, because it's like you want to be single. It's like the damage that this person has done is irreversible. I can't deal with this anymore. I got to get out of this situation. Let's see what happened in the past. So we have the Nine of Swords, and then we have the Fortune card. So someone was anxious or stressed, or what was on their mind was money. So maybe you were just focused on making money, or focused on the money as far as the relationship. Maybe it was a relationship where, the Divine Masculine or whoever you were with, you didn't have to be with the Divine Masculine. You could have been with your karmic partner, or you could have been with a soulmate. But maybe, you were anxious in the past. Like you stayed in this relationship for a while, maybe because of the fact that it was financially appealing to you. And it was stressful, but the money was good. Okay? Now, in the more recent past here, we have the King of Cups reversed. So we got double Scorpio energy in reverse. So this could represent in the recent past, Okay, we have the sorrow card that came out. So I feel like, this is someone who's very depressed. The King of Cups in reverse could represent someone who's crying, someone who's very frustrated and sad and in mourning. Okay, and I get that strongly with the sorrow card. So that was more recently. So I feel like you're mourning the loss of the connection. You've decided that you're going to move on, and prior to you, that's the current energy. You're going to move on, but prior to that, you mourn the loss of the relationship. Before you got to the point where you were mourning the loss of the relationship, you were stressed out in the situation, but you stayed for financial reasons. Now, the crowning energy is the Two of Cups reverse, and then we have the Love card that came out. So, yeah, it's like, you know, this is not love, is what how you're looking at this situation. It's like, I love myself. This is not a situation that I want to be in. It's not a happy connection for me. I'm not happy. I'm not in love. There's no love here. And in your fears, we have the Six of Wands reverse clarified with hope in reverse. So you're afraid that you have to give up hope on this situation, and that with the Six of Wands in reverse, the relationship has failed. How people see you or how other people see you is the Hierophant in reverse. We have that clarified with, okay, one too many came out. We have that clarified with the Scholar card. So yeah, I feel like you're hiring a lawyer with the Hierophant in reverse. So what's in your hopes? I feel like, protecting yourself, protecting your assets. We have the Cheerful card that came out clarifying the Four of Pentacles. So yeah, you're protecting yourself from a third party situation. Like, you want to move away from this. Now the outcome is the Death card in reverse. You're feeling stuck with Surprise in reverse. And in the future, we have the Three of Cups clarified with falseness. So I guess, this could be you pretending that you're happy about the situation. Underneath the deck, we have consistency in reverse. Constancy, in reverse. Let me show you the word, because somebody was in the comments talking trash to me at one point when I said it's constancy. They're like, no, the word's consistency. Use the dictionary. I'm like, well, here you go, right here. Here it is, constancy. There's no such thing as constancy. Yeah, there is. Look it up. So I had to put that there, but it's in reverse. Constancy means, being consistent, a constant, something that you, like, this person always thought that you were going to be there, or you always thought this person was going to be there. And so with constancy in reverse is the overall energy here. You're letting this person know, no, I'm not going to stay here through all of this bullshit, because you did that in the past. You stayed with the Nine of Swords energy here. You stayed because of the financial opportunities or because of the financial benefits. But now it's to the point where it's like, I can't stay anymore. I can't do this anymore. I can't take this anymore. Let's see what else we got here. So we got the High Priestess in reverse here. Yeah, so you realize that you're, clouded judgment. You weren't listening to your intuition when it came to you trying to decide about this connection, about, and how unhappy you are with it. You realize that in retrospect, you weren't following your intuition when you knew something was going on, because remember, we have the Eight of Swords in reverse as part of the overall energy. To me, the Eight of Swords talks to you about your intuition, because it's Jupiter in Gemini with the Eight of Swords. And Jupiter is the planet of the higher mind, the higher conscious. So that's your intuition. So I feel like you were not following that with that Pisces energy in reverse. And Pisces is ruled by Neptune. Neptune's in reverse right now. When Neptune's in reverse, we see things clearly. So I feel like you're realizing that you were not looking at things clearly. You were not listening to your intuition. And as far as the fact that you want to be single because there's been too much damage that's been done, I feel like with the moon energy here, it had an emotional impact on you, a mental impact on you is what I'm feeling with this moon energy. And for a lot of you, you could be keeping this to yourself, what you're going through and what you're experiencing, as far as the fact that you feel like the damage is, it's irreparable damages here. And I feel like you're afraid. You want to go out there and you want to, you want to get out of the situation, but I feel like you're afraid. Now, in the past here, you dealt with some things, you saw what was going on, but you ignored it or turned the blind eye to it because the financial situation was beneficial to you. But you realize with the Three of Pentacles in reverse here that your ships weren't coming in with this situation. It wasn't what it was cracked up to be. I feel like, it's the energy of all that glitters isn't gold type of thing. Now, in the recent past, we had the King of Cups reverse and the Sorrow card. So I feel like you're definitely in mourning here. But at the same time, you're feeling a release from this situation with the Nine of Swords in reverse. So you have the Nine of Swords showing up twice here. So you went into a mourning stage, where you were mourning the loss of the connection, realizing that it's over. But with the Nine of Swords reverse here, that is you saying, you know what, I have to let this go. So you mourn the loss of it, let it go. And the crowning energy right now is with the Two of Cups in reverse and the Lovers. You're realizing that, you know what, this is a situation where, this is not the relationship for me. This is not what I consider love. Or you could have fell out of love with the King of Cups reverse and the Sorrow card. Let's see what else comes out with that. Yeah, the Hermit in reverse. And you've been over this in your head numerous times. This Hermit in reverse card is the card for me that talks about you, looking at the situation over and over and over again, feeling isolated in the connection, isolated in the relationship. It's like an energy of, I'm lonely whenever you're around type of energy. Because there's no real emotional connection between you two. It was just about money. Now, I don't know how long it's been that way, but recently that's what it's about as far as you seeing the things that were going on and you deciding to stay. You specifically stayed because of the financial aspects of it. And your fears, you're afraid that this is over. You'll have to accept defeat and being looked at as your marriage failed. And that there's no hope in the situation with the Hope card in reverse. Yeah, we have that clarified with the Four of Swords reverse. Yeah, this is something that is hard for you to deal with. Like, you're grappling with this mentally. The situation is really stressing you about, the fact that you couldn't work this out with your partner. So how people see you is the Hierophant in reverse and the Scholar card clarified with the Magician in reverse. So yeah, I feel like people see that with the Magician in reverse, because I feel like the Scholar is the lawyer. Okay, so with the Hierophant in reverse, the marriage is over. You're going to court, and with the Magician in reverse energy here, it's like maybe this is a situation where people see you as someone who. Your person has ill intention toward you, or maybe you have ill intent toward the person. But the Magician in reverse energy, or somebody's not telling the truth or not being honest, or, the Magician in reverse energy is not, okay. The Magician in reverse in this case to me tells me that in order for the Magician to manifest, he needs to have all four elements, okay? When he's in reverse, a lot of times, depending on the other cards around, he's not able to manifest because he does not have all four elements. I feel like in this connection here, the element that's missing is love. Okay, the emotion, the cups. So as a result, this relationship is unsuccessful because we know that love is missing here because the crowning energy is the Two of Cups reverse clarified with the Lover's card. The Love card. So I feel like this Magician in reverse represents the fact that there's no more love left in the connection. Again, because the King of Cups is in reverse as well, showing that, maybe there's no, because the King of Cups in reverse could represent someone who just doesn't have any more love to give. Okay? So that's what I'm feeling here with this Magician in reverse. Now, in your hopes, we have the Four of Pentacles and the Cheerfulness card. So I feel like you're hoping that you can protect your assets, protect yourself from being in a third-party situation with this person or reconnecting with this person. But let's see what else comes out. Okay, so we have the Star card. Yeah, because you want to heal. You're trying to heal. So maybe, you're hoping to protect yourself, with the cheerfulness card, you want to be around friends and family. And with the star card, you want to start the healing process from the situation. Because the outcome is the death card in reverse and the surprise card in reverse. The death card in reverse represents somebody who could be stuck in a transformative state. Surprise card is, it's not surprising that, you're feeling this way. Clarify with the Queen of Wands in reverse. Yeah, feeling defeat, feeling, not your best. The Queen of Wands, she's always vibrant and fiery and full of life, and right now you're not feeling that way. So, and that's normal, especially when you're going through a loss like this. So you're not feeling your Queen of Wands self. You're not feeling attractive. You're not feeling, vivacious and, full of life and full of energy. You're just feeling really stuck. Now in the future, we have the Three of Cups. Clarify with falseness. What is this falseness about? We have the Page of Cups reverse. So it could be that you're pretending to be happy that you're out of this connection and that you're not in love with this person still. That could very well be the case. But again, it could also, let's see. Is this, Three of Cups, falseness, and Page of Cups reverse. So, faking that there's no love there. I feel like, yeah, you're still healing. For some of you in the future, you're pretending, okay, yeah, I'm good. Let's celebrate the fact that I'm done with this marriage. I'm out of here. But deep down inside, you're still mourning the loss. And that's natural. But I guess, there's a bit of ego there. You don't want people, knowing your true feelings and things like that. And I respect that. But I do see there's a bit of ego here because in your fears, you're afraid of being looked at as, your relationship is over. Okay, because that's what's on your mind, because we got the Four of Swords reversed there, clarifying that with the Hope in reverse. So, there's a bit of, worrying about what other people are going to say and things like that. And I guess that's natural to a certain extent, but as long as it's not to the point where, you're putting on a front for others. I mean, you can do what you want, but I would hope that you're not in a position where you're feeling like you have to put on a front for others when it's known that you're going through a divorce, that you're separating from your partner. So naturally, you would be feeling hurt. You would be feeling, like I've been divorced, and it's like a death. It's like mourning the loss of a life, because it is. That's no longer your life. So I feel like you're in mourning. No wonder you're in the Queen of Wands in reverse energy. Nobody's happy and vivacious and full of life coming out of a divorce. This is, one of the most difficult times in your life. Yeah, and we have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse underneath the deck. So it's like, yeah, this is, unfortunate. A very unfortunate situation. And with constancy in reverse here, it's just like, I feel like the overall energy is your person just wasn't consistent with you, in reference to the connection. They were inconsistent. And, that's stressful. This is why you were stressed out in the past. Inconsistency. And then maybe they thought they could cover it up with money. Like, okay, well, or maybe you felt the money was helping you to deal with it, helping you to cope with it. And then it got to the point where it was like, okay, no amount of money can cope with this, can cover this pain. So let's get you some advice here. Let's see what advice Spirit has for you guys. Yep. What did I say earlier? All that glitters. I love when Spirit, reiterates what I'm seeing. That lets me know that I'm giving you the right message. It lets me know that this is what I'm supposed to be telling you. All right, chaos and conflict. Change in the wind came out. So yeah, sorry about the chaos and conflict card. It looks similar. Because there's a horse. but this one is a zebra. All right, but it says a change in the wind, meaning that you're coming up out of this connection here emotionally, and that things are changing for you and this person, and this relationship is changing. And then we have exchanging gifts. Interesting, because like I said, what happens with this energy here, with this fortune card here, is it could have been a situation where the money was enough to compensate for a while, but after a while it just became too much. It became too much to bear. It wasn't worth the money, that was involved. It wasn't worth it. And so for a lot of you, this is what you were fighting with. It's like, okay, this is a great situation that I have financially, but at the same time, you could have been with someone who felt like, okay, well, I provide for you so I can go out here and do what I want to do. Or it could have just been the fact that, the person didn't even think that way. They just felt like, okay, I can do what I want to do, and that's that. So some of you are married to this person. Some of you are not. Some of you are in a long-term relationship with this person and wanted marriage, and this person would not give you that commitment. And so you had to come to terms with that and step away from the situation. Now, this person could have kept you around because they took care of you, made sure you were good. If you had children with this person, you and your children were grand. You were great. But I feel like also with this Queen of Wands in reverse here, you're accepting the fact that the only thing that ever was going to come out of this situation was the fact that it was just going to be a sexual thing with you all. This is where you were stuck at. You were stuck with just being, the sexual partner, no matter how long you were with this person. And with the surprise card in reverse, it's like, this is something, I don't know if this person was being clear to you about their intent, or if this is something that you've just come to the conclusion of. And so it's like, okay, it makes sense. I'm not surprised that this is how this person felt, because, how this person saw you was the Hierophant in reverse, them not being interested in a serious connection, with the Scholar in reverse. I feel like that's not what they're focused on. And then with the Magician in reverse, they could have been lying to you and just were trying to keep you around by giving you gifts and giving you money. So that's another way of how you're being seen. That could be how you're being seen by this person. And this person could also be looking at you as if you had ill intentions. This person could have been looking at you, Divine Feminine, as if you were involved with them because of the fact that, the money situation. So they may have, come to that conclusion. Because for some of you, that was the case. You stayed around because of the money. And what happens when you do that is you compromise yourself, and this person realizes that. And so now they're like, oh, okay, you're going to just stick around anyway. So, okay, I'm going to go ahead and do what I do, and I'm never going to marry you, or I'm never going to, because you're comfortable with the way things are. You're letting me do what I do. So why would I marry you? And it's to the point now where this person's not afraid of losing you because they feel like you're not going anywhere. And then even if you do and you get to the point where you're going somewhere, they're going to come after you. And so what's going to have to happen is you're going to have to they're going to come after you with gifts and say, hey, come on back, blah, 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 and put you back in that vicious cycle again. And I know that that's not what you want. You want something serious. You want real love. You're tired of wanting love and not getting it. You're tired of going over this in your head over and over again. You're tired of it. This person is being inconsistent with you, which is why I feel like, somebody feels like that, maybe on both sides there's ill intent, or there was not. Ill intent doesn't necessarily have to mean someone's trying to physically hurt someone. It just means that, okay, your intent is to get me in a relationship and my intent is not to be in a relationship with you. That type of energy. My intent is not to settle down with you, but my intent is to keep you around. I'm not going to give you what you want, which is a connection or a commitment, but I'm going to keep you around with the money. And so if that was the case and you stayed around, knowing that this wasn't what you wanted, then it was a mutual thing. This person gave you money, took care of you, made sure you were good in whatever way, and you obliged or replied back with the intimate aspects. And so you realized after a while here, this is not what I want. Not what I want at all. So I'm going to change direction. I'm going to change course. I'm going to get out of here. And that's taking your self-esteem back. That's taking your self-respect back. But, what you have to do to learn from this is accept defeat in the situation and accept that your self-esteem or your ego was compromised at one point. There's a saying that says we all have a price. It just depends on what your price is. How much does it cost for you? How much are you willing to spend, so to speak? So, with that being said, Divine Feminine, that is the message that I have for you. If you need a personal reading, reach out to me at 8houseenergy@gmail.com. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next reading. Peace out.